Hello there, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me. Right, hope you're having a good day and looking forward to another episode of Planet Zoo. We are back in Butterfly Valley and I'm going to be working on the goats habitat, which we were looking at in the last episode. It's been actually the last sort of 4 or 5 episodes I recorded all in one go, so it's actually been a couple of weeks now since I was in here. So bear with me while I get my bearings. Yes, the goats were climbing well, weren't they? I remember that. I need to get rid of some of this grass which is growing up here. Let's just get rid of some of this long grass because it doesn't look right on the rocks. So the actual structure of this habitat, excuse me, I'm really happy with now. It's just the detailing, so I need to get some foliage in. Probably want to do a few bits of rock actually just around this water here, so let me just see what I can do with this. Let's get rid of that. Oh, definitely don't want that either. Just want to see if I can just decorate around the back here a little bit. Obviously I still want the goats to be able to go into the water. There we go, let me just check, make sure that still works. Yep, they can get in there, great, and they can go up and down still on the rocks. Fantastic, there we go, that looks nicer, doesn't it? It looks a bit more blended in now, a bit more natural. Right, so foliage. Let's have a think. Let's come in here, let's find some bushes. So I want some flat stuff on the rocks. This stuff is great. You know, if you've seen my channel before, you know how much I love this stuff because it's so versatile, especially on the rocks. Let's get some bigger pieces as well. You see, you can really just sink it in and it just kind of looks like it's growing all over the rocks, doesn't it? I love it. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't block them in any way either, so you can really put it everywhere. Let's just shrink it down a bit, get some different shapes in there. Nice. A giant piece on here somewhere. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, don't want to go too over the top with it. And while I'm doing this, I will just keep on checking, making sure that nothing is upsetting the traversable area. Great, so what else do we want? Some brambles. Now goats, if you don't know much about goats, they're known for eating everything. So you don't get a lot of sort of flowers and things where goats are because they just eat everything. So you don't want to put the wrong things in. You want stuff that looks like it's been nibbled, which is stuff like this. Yeah, brambles are perfect. Just trying to create sort of dense foliage really, so that they can hide a bit, but not sort of super duper full up, you know, because goats need quite a lot of space. They're quite active creatures, so they need quite a lot of space for climbing, walking, running, chasing each other around. So yeah, I don't want to go over the top, but you do need some good bramble foliage because it looks good as well, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Let's get some up here. I'll try and sort of cover these rocks a little bit. Right, what else have we got in here? Bit blackthorn. This stuff looks great, doesn't it? This is, oh, I don't know if I want anything quite that big, but again, this is perfect sort of goat stuff, you know. They probably would nibble this, but they wouldn't completely destroy it. Again, this stuff looks great, doesn't it? It looks great, but it also looks like the goats have probably nibbled it already, which is kind of what you want. Again, just trying to make it look as natural as possible. You don't want it overcrowded. Quite like these as well. Again, it looks quite kind of dead, doesn't it? Which is a good look. See, that one's got flowers on, so I don't really want the ones that have got the flowers on so much, because they just wouldn't they wouldn't survive in with goats, to be honest. Let's just get something in here. Quite like the look of that, kind of just tucked in under the rocks there. That looks cool. Okay, starting to look good now. Let's just scroll down a bit more. What else have we got? Yeah, these are good. This looks pretty decent. Let's get one of these right at the end here. Just trying to look at where you might need a bit of height. Obviously, I'm going to put a few trees in as well, so that'll really finish things off, hopefully. Maybe just a little bit more. Whoops, is that floating? No, it's not. That's fine. I thought that was floating then. Let's go with that. Maybe a hawthorn. One or two little hawthorns, maybe just a little one at the end there. Just trying to look from all angles, you know, trying to, I mean, look at that view. Wow, stunning. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, that looks good again. No flowers, so it kind of works. Actually, I like that as a tree. I might cast a nice bit of shade over here, doesn't it? Which I quite like. Yes. Let's go with this. Ah, now this is sort of climbing sideways. I wonder if I can get this to look like it's kind of coming out of the rocks here. I quite like that. I'll check whether it messes up any traversable areas. No, I don't think that does. I mean, that one does block actually, so this one does, but they can still get up and down, so I think that's fine. And I think that looks quite nice coming out of the rocks there above the water. I'm reluctant to put trees on the top level. I kind of like that being quite open. Oh, look at this. I love the goats leaping up and down the rocks. That looks really nice. I don't really think it needs more than that. I think that's all it's going to need. So that's cool. Let's let's have a look at a bit of soil, because you know, goats are quite destructive. There wouldn't be lots and lots of grass everywhere. There would be quite a lot of soil. So I just want to dampen off the grassy look, especially around the edges here. Certainly up around here, because they would spend a lot of their time with around the fence here where the people are, because goats just love people basically. You know, very friendly animals generally, and they always think you're going to feed them, so they would definitely gather around the fence up here to try and get food. Great, I really like that. That's looking much nicer now. So let's have a look at some enrichment items. Now, what type of goats were these? Alpine goats. Right, let's see what they can have. Right, so there's a few things here. Let's see if I can get one of these up here. Just make sure, yep, accessible, good. That's perfect up there. People can stand and watch. Then we've got, let's get a grab ball up here as well. I will also put a grab ball at the bottom somewhere. Let's get a rubbing pillar down here. Let's see if I can squeeze one in actually there. There we go. Oh, no, 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 we are not doing that. Okay, this might have to go at the top then because it seems to flatten out quite a big area. I bet you it's not gonna, no, it's not gonna work, is it? So the problem with these things, they flatten out a huge bit of land around them, which is really annoying. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it in. Never mind, they've got plenty of other things they can have. So let's get one of these in. I have a feeling this is just going to roll for miles. Let's see where it ends up. Actually, that's it's just going to lean against there. That's fine. They can access that. Although I just need to sink that a tiny bit more because that's just showing out. There we go. Great. Okay, what else have we got? A marker, a scent marker thingy. Let's get one of them in. Is that gonna? That's fine. That flattened it a little bit, but that's all right. Let's get a melon feeder maybe up the top here. Oh, look at that! They're all having their lunch. Fantastic. Oh yes, and that one's in use as well. Excellent. Maybe I should go with a feeder down here somewhere then. Actually, yeah. Let's go in here for a melon. And actually, let's try and get this one in down here as well. Try and give them some feeding options down here. Okay, that's good. What have we got? That's a scarecrow feeder. There's not a lot of toys really, is there? Oh, those are classed as toys. Okay, that's fine. That's all good then. So what haven't I put in? Scarecrow in the trees. Don't really like these trees. I mean, they're alright, but yeah, not really relevant. Scarecrow, no, it looks a bit odd. So I'll leave it at that, I think. Cool. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll be honest. I think it actually does look like a goat habitat, which is really cool. I'm really quite pleased that it looks as good as it does. Let's just check. Yeah, the staff can get up the top. I love that the staff can climb all over these rocks as well. That's really clever. But yeah, look, they can just sneak up the side there to get to the top, which is great. And they've got shelter in there. So they're all happy. That's what we like, isn't it? Let me just check. Did I rename this and do all my maintenance things? Food quality 3. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, I am pretty happy with that. Oh, hang on. We've got floating fences over here. What's going on there? Well, I never realised that happened. Okay, I need to sort that out. Bear with me, because I've clearly messed this one up a little bit. Luckily with this sort of fencing, it's quite easy just to manipulate it around to make it work. Yeah, that's cool. I don't mind that looks different there. I mean, it's on a slope, so it's going to be a bit like that, isn't it? Actually, this bit here looks a little bit off. I feel like that does need to go a little bit higher, because otherwise the goats would definitely get out there. Yeah, that's better. I mean, if the goats really wanted to get out, they probably would come down here and climb out, but the game doesn't think they can, so I'm gonna go with that. Brilliant. Oh, look at that. He's even having a little snooze on the rocks there. That's fantastic. That is so cool. I might even try and get a screenshot of that. Let's just pause the game for a second because that looks really cool. I might try and use that as my thumbnail, or possibly both of them. Do you know, I'm just wondering if I just quickly remove that, because that tree looked a little bit in your face, didn't it? I could get a little screenshot like that. Here we go, a little bit behind the scenes here of how I do my screenshots. There we go, there's that saved, and then I can put the tree back. Great, there we go. Let's unpause it again. Cool, okay, that might be my screenshot. We'll see. We'll see if I come up with anything better before the end. Plenty of people getting about, looking at the red pandas up here at the moment. That's good. So I have also got this area here that I want to do something with, and then something down here as well. Actually, I've got a bit of an idea of what I wanted to do along here. So let's have a look at this first. I want to be creative with some topiary hedging along here, which I think could look pretty cool. I just don't quite know how I'm going to do it. So let's, obviously this isn't where it's going to be, but I just want to have a bit of a practice with this. So that's kind of my basic shape. And then I'm trying to see if you can I don't know, create different angles kind of thing. Yeah, something like this. So you can create a single piece which you can then duplicate. Right, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Okay, and then I can get them as a thingy. You know what a thingy is, don't you? Of course you do. Let's get rid of angle snap. Not sure quite why it's sunk into the ground. I'm guessing the ground is a little bit wonky here. Right, now how is this going to work? This is what I'm hoping to do, but I'm going to have to woggle it a bit with the ground, aren't I, to try and make it all connect together. Right, hang on. Did not line that up very well, did I? This could be a long process. But you see what I'm trying here. I don't know how far I want to take this. I just fancy doing a bit of hedge work, really. And then you get the problem with it not going around a corner properly, but that's okay. You can manipulate it a little bit. Yeah, I'm certainly not going to do too much of this because it is quite time consuming. But I think it looks good. I don't mind things being time consuming, you know, that's part of the game. But obviously I appreciate this sort of thing isn't always the most exciting thing for you guys to see me do. I don't really like doing stuff off camera either. I like to share my process with you and my thinking and all that. So, you know, sometimes you're just going to have to put up with the boring stuff, I'm afraid. Slightly less creative stuff. Yeah, I quite like that. Do you know, I might just do it down to this sort of narrow bit here, and then behind it I want to have like I want to have some bushes and trees behind it. Okay, there we go. That's all I want to do there. It's just, yeah, something a little bit different. And then I will do some bushes behind it. Actually, no, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and be clever with some trees and use foliage from trees as bushes, because I think it can look really nice if you get it right. I mean, you can do a couple of nice big trees as well, but then if you sink certain trees into the ground, they become like a foliage. I've never used that, I'll be honest, but I don't think that's not quite going to work. But well, hang on, let's just pop that in and see. You see what I mean? You just sink it in, and there you go. You sort of created a whole new bush. So actually, that does work. I quite like that. It's quite clever, isn't it? It's a very simple thing, but I do like it. It's very awkward, these ones, because they're so big. Not sure I'm gonna fit any more of this one in here. It's very big, isn't it? No, okay, that's fine. I can just leave that there. But yeah, you get the idea. It's pretty cool. It's oh no, that's odd. Yeah, it's a really nice little thing to do, and it definitely works. I love these. I do also like them as sort of bushes like this, though. Let's see, though. I might be able to actually fit them in as trees. See, what you don't want to do is use the same foliage as a tree and sunken in as a bush, because it's too obvious that you've done it then. This is, ooh, that's a bit big. So I don't mind it being quite dense, because it is the edge of the zoo, so I don't really, you don't want to really see too much. You've still got a lovely view in the background. I'm not going to do the same here, I don't think. I'm going to keep that view, but I just wanted this corner to be fairly dense, so I'm looking at this kind of thing. Kind of looks like, I don't know what it looks like, some sort of ground covering bush tree type stuff. These things can be very cool. Sink them in. Not sure. Yeah, I don't mind that. What do we got? Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? I can definitely use that sunken in over here. I don't want to hide the trunk of this pink one here, but I do want to kind of fill the gaps at the back here. Yeah, I want it really dense, And then I think a little bit over here, so it looks like it's actually kind of got a bit out of control in this corner. I quite like that. Kind of finishes off the corner there, and looks like it's growing through the hedging and needs a bit of pruning. Yeah, there we go. I like that. That's a nice little corner there. Cool. And then I've got this bit on this side, which I guess I need to do a bit of rock work, because that's kind of the theme of the area, isn't it? So I'll do a little bit of this over here. Got to be careful not to put it through into the actual goat habitat. There you go. I don't think it needs any more than that. No, I think that looks good. And then I think what I'll do is just a little bit of the foliage on here. Not too much. Don't, you know, this area would be, obviously it's not part of the part of a habitat, so it'd probably be maintained maybe a little bit more, a bit sort of pruned back more, especially as it's not goats, because the goats quite like sort of a wild feel. So I think you probably wouldn't have too much going on here. But I will do a few sort of bushes on the side. And do you know, I might do what I've just been doing on the other side, and I might put some potentially some trees in this gap, kind of sunken in, or I might not actually. No, I mean this corner here is crying out for a little tree of some sort, isn't it? Let's actually, I like this creosote bush, so let's just get some of this in here. Doesn't need too much around here, I don't feel. I think this is fine. Let's just think, what other trees have I been using? I had the willow there. I think, what's this one? Yeah, the common ash. You know, I might go with the common ash tree in here, because I want something. Let's have a look. I don't really want to block either view from down there or up here. So yeah, I think that kind of works. I do wonder if I need to put railings on here. I think because it's going up like this. Let's just try. Railings on ground path. Let's see what this looks like. See, this is always the problem, isn't it? Yeah, you end up with the railings are almost too big, you know. You can't cut them off. I'd like to be able to cut them off there, but I might just do them to there, and then I can fill this in with a bit of hedging. So I don't really want them coming up into this area, but I do feel like as a slope this bit would need railings on, logically, and I think that looks nice like that. Cool. So I do need to cut this bit off. You know what I might do, actually? I might just do a little bit of this, I think, just to finish this off. I think that kind of works. I might kind of sink it in completely like this. It doesn't need to be a tall barrier. I want people to be able to see over the top of it. Yeah, and then I think I might just bring it in and join it up to that. Let's have a look. yeah, it's certainly tall enough as a barrier. People can see over the top, because I don't want to ruin that view. But it's a barrier, so that's good. Yeah, nice. I like that. And then down here, I'm going to go with one of my go-to plants, which is the wonderful bracken. This stuff is it's just gold dust. I just love it. You know how much I love this stuff. It just looks amazing, doesn't it? Again, just nothing too over the top, you know, just a little wild area there. I think the rest of this is fine. I'm going to leave the long grass here, just make sure it's not really coming through the stones. That's fine. I don't mind it coming through the stone a little bit here, actually. It looks good, like it's just been left a little bit wild. Alright, so let's just come along here and just check out the view. What do we think? So this takes you up to the red panda. I might potentially do some sort of sign, or like a red panda with an arrow or something would make sense, sort of guiding people up to that habitat. And then you've got your alpacas in here. Plenty of people looking at the alpacas, that's good. And you come round here. And then boom. There are your goats climbing around. Nice. Nice. Good. I don't know what I'll do with the rest of this. I'll probably have to continue this foliage, I think, a bit along here. Again, nice and thick, kind of create an edge, and then eventually I'll have more stuff going on here, I think. And then I've got this area which I said I was going to do some kind of waterfall-y type stuff in here. It is the end of the episode, but I just want to test something, because this is a new tool that they put in and I've not really done much with this, but I kind of like the idea of using this to create the pond. So it doesn't need to be that deep, but I want it deep enough that I can put water in it. Let's just see how this works. Yeah, so that does create a nice dip, doesn't it? And then I wonder if I can, I don't know, somehow manipulate another bit in here. And then somehow link the two together is my thinking. Let me just see if I can actually add water into these. Yeah, so you see here I'm gonna, well, I could have it down there like that. Okay, I think I can work with this. If I obviously take the water out and do a bit of smoothing off, and then what I'm thinking is try and create some sort of rock face around, certainly around the back of this, some sort of brickwork or stonework around the back, make it look quite artificial in a way. Rocks around the edge, and then sort of a fake little waterfall bit between the two. I think I can make that look pretty nice, and then fill in the rest with some foliage, more rock work, flowers. I quite like the idea of this being quite a wild sort of flower area. I think that could look quite nice actually, yeah. Cool, okay. So that'll be next episode then, is trying to figure out what I do there. I'll probably leave this bit of the zoo after that. I'll probably then move over here. I'm getting a bit lopsided, as you can see. I've done a lot over here, so I'll probably head back over this way. I still haven't got the toilet sorted out, so I'll do that. I might add that onto this building, would make sense. Just have a little toilet block on the side here, and then I feel like I need to do some more stuff over here. So I think the next thing I should do over here is one of these walkthrough things, the butterfly exhibits. Let's have a look. Yes, these ones, isn't it? The walkthrough exhibits over here somewhere. So how does this work? Okay, why is that not? It's not letting me build. Actually, it's not letting me build anywhere. That's odd. Do I need to do flatten terrain? Yeah, okay, that's why. Yeah, it needs to be built on flat, so you need to flatten the terrain out. That's fine. So yeah, so this is the idea, is that I do something like this, like a big butterfly walkthrough area here. I might even try and fit 2 of these in and create a nice big area, sort of one there and then one over here like that, and kind of link them as a big walkway with gardens kind of all around them. I think that's quite a nice idea. I don't know what else you can put in those exhibits at the moment, actually, but certainly butterflies. But I think they have added more in that you can put in there as well. So I'll look into that. Just wondering. No, that's fine. I was just wondering if I needed to put railings anywhere else, but that's quite a gentle slope, actually, all of this, and that's not gentle as such, but it's not too steep either, so I'll probably get away with that. Cool, right. I think I'm going to leave it there then for now. Yeah, that's all looking good. I'm really happy with how this is coming along, actually. I'm really enjoying this. Let me know what you think. Do you like my goat habitat? If you've got any thoughts or ideas, please do let me know. What do you think of my little corner over here as well with my topiary? And generally, what do you think of the zoo? Have you got any thoughts or ideas of things you want me to add in? If you've got any more animal name suggestions, actually, I think a few videos ago someone did suggest animal names for something, and I can't remember what. I apologise, but I will go back and have a look, and hopefully next episode I can do that. But we're getting quite a few animals now, so if anyone's got any suggestions, then please do let me know. If you've enjoyed the episode, please do hit the like button, because that really helps me out with all the algorithms, you know, how YouTube works. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do so. And I have started a Patreon page as well, which I've got a link on my homepage for that. It's a new thing to me, Patreon, but it's basically a way that people can support your channel if they want to. So obviously not many people or anyone is likely to want to, but if you want to help me out, you know, obviously as I've said before, if I can start actually getting a bit of pocket money for doing my YouTube videos, then I can do more of them. Basically, I can dedicate more time to them. So yeah, so Patreon is a way that you can support me and my channel if you fancy it. A couple of pounds a month or whatever. Yeah, entirely up to you guys, but I appreciate you just being here and watching anyway. But Patreon is there as an option if you want. So let's leave it there. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've had fun, and hopefully you could join me in the next episode. Until then, do take care, and bye for now.